Today I'm bringing you my Christmas book haul because I have quite a lot of books. And this is actually only going to be part one. I have another part that I'm going to be filming tomorrow or Friday, because today is Wednesday, and these are just going to be the books I actually got for Christmas. This I haven't spent any of my vouchers yet, so I have 14 books to show you. So I think we'll probably get started. Book 1 is The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. This tells the tale of brother and sister Hazel and Ben, who live in this town at the edge of a very dark forest where a boy sleeps in a glass coffin, kind of like Snow White, but mysteriously the guy in the coffin, who has curly horns, wakes up and the world goes a bit strange from there. I will say I have already read this one, so you'll hear more of my thoughts in my December wrap-up, but this is the first book. Next up, we have A Court of Thorns and Roses by Miss Sarah J. Maas. If you don't know what this is about, this is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, where the main character kills a fairy and is sent to live with a fairy as like a punishment. I've heard many, many good things about it, and I do love Sarah J. Maas's writing. I do love Throne of Glass, so I'm hoping to enjoy this too. Next up, we have a trilogy of books, which is a recurring theme you will see, and that is the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Miss Laini Taylor. We have Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Days of Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Gods and Monsters. If I'm being honest, I'm not actually totally certain what this series is about, but I know it's got like demons and angels and half demons. I think it just sounds like a really good urban fantasy that I've heard so many good things about, and apparently the writing is beautiful, so now I have all three. I can just marathon them all back to back to back. Not sure when that's going to be, but I have them all, so I will do it. Next up, we have two beautiful books that are just gorgeous, and they are The Name of the Wind and The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. These are high fantasy novels telling the story of Kvothe, however you say his name. He is a legendary warrior, and basically he is telling a chronicler the story of his life across these books. This is the first one and deals with his adolescence into college, and then this is reading on from that. I would say these are behemoths, and I feel sorry for the US covers because the UK covers are divine, do you not think? They're just beautiful. So, this has got tiny type, I didn't know that. This is tiny, and I'm just very excited to read it. I think the last book is meant to be coming out this year, so now I have the first two, I can be ready for that. Next up, we have a middle grade fantasy, and that is Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. This deals with a young girl who's a telepath, and it's got supernatural kind of thing, supernatural fantasy. I just know it's got really, really good reviews, and it just sounds really fun. I do love my middle grade fantasy, so this one is very welcome to be owned by me. So, Keeper of the Lost Cities! Next up, we have another trilogy of books, and that is the Farseer Trilogy by Robin Hobb. And that is made up of The Assassin's Apprentice, Royal Assassin, and The Assassin's Quest. Or just Assassin's Quest. And I've heard some good things about the series and some okay things about this series. All I know is that it's about a boy whose father gave up his claim to the throne because he sired a bastard, and then his father dies, and he then gets brought in by the royal family to be an assassin. And I know there is loads of books in this world, and I know that the covers are beautiful, and it's a high fantasy. I do love my high fantasy, so I look forward to reading that one soon too. And the last three books I have are the 3 volumes that make up the Rhaeria Revelations by Michael J. Sullivan. Originally these were self-published, and it was 6 books, but once they were bought by a publisher, they've got them all in these beautiful 3 bind-ups. And the first one is Theft of Swords. Then we have Rise of Empire and Heir of Novron. And I know next to nothing about this series, but I do know that Connor at Connor O'Brien really, really liked it, and someone that I follow on Goodreads really, really loves it too. And I just know it's a high fantasy, and it's got magic, and apparently there's a thief, and that just sounds like my kind of book. They're all pretty big, so that's a recurring theme with these books. They're pretty massive, but I've got plenty of high fantasy now for me to love for a while. So that is my Christmas book haul 2015 part 1. Thank you very much for watching. I will have another video up soon. So, good